Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Artist and I'm Eve, and this is my Flosstube, number 34. And today is May 23rd, and I will not be continuing with Maynia after today. Not exactly. I bought the I bought the Stitching with the Housewives. I showed them last week, their 4th of July stuff, and I was going to stitch them in June, but my plans have changed. So I'm going to stitch as much of that as I can this coming week and see how much I can get done. So I have an FFO and a lot of whips, and my haul is mostly patterns. So I'm going to show you my FFO first. This is the original version of Mayflowers, and I made some paper flowers to go with it, and I got these little ladybugs. They're made out of gross grain ribbon from Rose Mill, and then this I bought at the dollar store, I believe. It might have been Joann's, but I'm pretty sure it's the dollar store. And I had purchased some ribbon this past week. I purchased a lot of ribbon, but I purchased some ribbon that I thought maybe I'd go around, and I decided it was too busy, so I didn't. But that's my finish. It still needs a hanger of some kind, or whatever I'm going to do with it. But I'm really kind of pleased with it. In person, you can see the vines and the leaves wrapping around the fence. So, and I may put this up, a picture of this up with the version of Mayflowers that's up there right now, because you could certainly finish it without the words and do something like this with it if you wanted to. So that's my FFO, and I'm going to jump into the second reason why I won't be continuing with the Maynia projects I had planned. I had thought that they would stitch up faster, and part of that is the fabric I chose for the Snowman, and then the designs by CrossStitchingForFun, like on the bookmark. Now that was the most complicated bookmark, but it used quite a bit of colors and only a few stitches of each color, so you needed to make sure you were counting right. And this is the that I started on. This is Mary Slytherin, and the Mary Gryffindor is on a piece like this and fits exactly in the same thing. So I started it like this to save some fabric. So I realized that it was going to go off almost to the very bottom here. Now, the way I'm planning to finish it, it probably won't matter, but I wanted to have the option to finish it in other ways. So I turned it, and the words are, here's a picture of what it would look like finished. The words have silver and green in, cross stitches, and then it's back stitched in the green. And well, you can't do the back stitch before you do put in the silver crosses, because they go over each other. And so when I did it, when I redid it, because the first time I did it, I had all of the stuff for the word, but this way. So I took it out. Oh, sorry. I had it this way. I took it out and redid it this way. And I I realized after I had almost all of it done that toward the beginning up here, I had had a knot with a big loop of thread. I keep sinking, sorry. A knot with a big loop of thread in the back, which I hadn't felt and I hadn't noticed, because I'm trying to stitch in hand looking at just the front, and I'm not really successful with it all the time, but I'm learning because it is faster. I have some things I don't like about it, but anyway, so I had to take it out almost to right here and redo it. And then when I'm putting in the silver, I get to this point. Well, actually, I got to this point and realized I left out this letter right here, because you can't tell because it's just little pieces. So I had to take out the stitching again right in here and redo so I could get this letter. But now I don't have, because I had cut the threads short when I was done, I don't have enough thread to finish the rest of the Slytherin words. I have to get that and do it. So this went in timeout. But I did get some of I got the face and one hand and some of the extra colors. I have to put the silver in here because when I start doing that white, I don't want to accidentally go into where that silver is supposed to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in. And then I'll do the wand. On this wand, it doesn't overlap anything. Not really. The back stitching part does, but not the sparkles and stuff. So I'm setting this down for a while. I'm not going to pick it up the rest of the summer, I don't think. And the other, so I have other whips that I worked on meanwhile also. I had this in my little to-go bag that I use, and I have 3 project bags, but I keep this one in the little one, which is why it's bent. And this is Strawberry Cow by Tinymodernist. So I took this with me to appointments where I had to wait with my dad or something like that. The sound you hear is the shower. I apologize. I got more of the pink put in. I just have the rest of this flower and another little flower down here. Right here, this flower and that. And then I'll move on to another color. I like to try to complete the colors if I can. If I didn't say so on Mary Slytherin, that's a CrossStitchingForFun pattern. And it's a free pattern when you join their Facebook group, and they have, not just that, they have other free patterns when you join the Facebook group. You can get access to them. So that's where I got that. The other thing I worked on, actually this came up quite a bit, and also it was in my little to-go bag, so I sometimes just picked it up because I wanted to go somewhere. And so I have the rest of this patterning up here, and the white that goes here and inside these flowers. And then when I was looking at the pattern last night, the word tomato, well, I also have these little red spots right here, but the word tomato, it's the only black on the pattern, and since I'm not stitching it on black, there's, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to use that blue to write tomato. I'm not positive. I'm going to look at it and see. So I'm getting really close on that one. I would have been finished, except I'm doing so many other things. So I'm thinking I'm going to finish that pretty quick here. And then Black Cat by DMC, and I'm going to hold it back further so you can't really see any of the pattern. It's a Halloween cat, and it's a free pattern on their website. And I put in the eyes, so it'll be easier to go down the head and know where those eyes go. And I worked some more on the white here, and on the ghost. I started on the ghost down here because I wanted to finish that white thread I had. So he's coming along. This is 18 count Ada. The Strawberry Cow I put on even weave, and I dyed that. But and I really like the even weave, and I like 14 count Ada. Really don't like 18 count Ada for DMC projects because there are multitudes of half stitches and quarter stitches, and and that's just really hard to do. So because it's so small. So I probably have to be real careful about my choices of fabric for the patterns. Okay, so the next one I was working on was my own design in the cornfield, and I had done all the orange here last time. I think I showed it to you, and over here. But I found when I was putting in this color here that I had made tons of mistakes in that, not that the stitch was in the right place, it was just done wrong, like over to, you can even see where I haven't replaced the stitches right in here where I took them out, but I just cut out the parts that were wrong and pulled it out from the back, and then I'm tucked it again, and then I'm just gonna, I fixed the ones I found down here already, but I just have to go back and put in a little bit of orange there. And I decided that when I get the orange out again for this side, I'll do it then. So, and then I found that I made his pants one line too long. The beauty of it being my own pattern is I'm just going to go in and change the pattern. But because I like it the way it is, so, it's not a big deal. It doesn't change, where this goes. It doesn't change where that goes. It's just the pants are just one stitch longer than I had originally put. And so, oh well. And so I'm getting more done on that. I should take it out more often, actually, but I was using the decision rule, and probably that's the only reason I took it out at all. And it's not that I don't like it, I do. It's just I have other patterns that I've been working on. So, and then my last whip is Halloween Gnomes by Ursula Michaels through Imaginating. Did I show that slow enough? My sister says I do it very fast. Anyway, I'm working on the middle gnome right now. I went and bought that green last week, remember? So I filled in his shoes, and I started on his hat. And I still have to finish this arm. And then I can put on the blue here on the hands. So I'm, doing it little by little. Again, this is 18 count, and as I said, I've discovered I don't really like 18 count. And so that's all of my whips. Now, I was shown the summer camp with Colorado Stitcher, the cross-stitch summer camp. My sister showed it to me, and I said, oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. And so all my plans, I was planning on in June working on my Stitching with the Housewives 4th of July patterns, and my Art Deco spring or summer, because you saw the cloth, I've already got it ready, or some of the myriad of other patterns that I have. But now I'm not quite sure exactly where I'm going to fit these things in. I thought about using the summer Art Deco, by CrossStitchingForFun. I thought about using that for the Inspired for June, but you have to finish it within the month, and I'm not sure that I could, because having done that intricate bookmark, I know how often the colors change, and while that doesn't take forever, it takes time. And I thought if I did a motif a day, like a dragonfly or a butterfly or something, because there's motifs in the center, and did the 4 corners, one in each corner in a day, and then meeting up the centers and stuff, that I counted it, and I thought, well, I could get it done that way, and that's not overwhelming. But I don't want to rush that. I don't want to mess it up, because there's quite a bit of counting in between the different motifs and all of that, and I think I just thought I'd better choose something else. So I'm finally going to start on my whale in a light bulb. Compared to the other one, this is a relatively smaller one. I don't have the fabric I want yet. I have some Aida that I may dye for this, but I don't want to put it on white. I know this is on white, but I want something more fluid looking, I guess is what the words I want to use. So I may have to dye the fabric, and I don't have all the threads yet. I have a lot of them. I'm missing like 5, and there's a lot of threads. The threads take up an entire page. So there's that. But I already had that. So then for the month of July, with a designer you haven't used before, I could have used one of these guys for the inspiration too, because of I saw them on I can never remember the name of the channel, but I saw them on YouTube. I could look it up, and I saw this pattern when my sister told me about their 25% off sale, and I said, that's really cute, but I have so many patterns right now, I should wait. And after I was looking about this summer camp, I thought, I've never done a Twin Peak Primitives pattern, and so I went back to get it, and this is going to be my my July project. And I went to the attic yesterday and got some fabric for it. This is Lugana taupe, even weave, and I think I'm probably going to coffee tea dye it to give it a little bit more age, because this feels like, I want it to feel, like old time parades and stuff, because I think that would be pretty. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. Probably not with a flag. So I'm real excited about that. But when I was at the attic, when I was downloading that pattern, I found this one, and I just had to have it. It's beautiful, and so at some point that'll come up. And while I was at the attic, I was thinking about August, which is using a fabric or a thread you've never used. Well, I had already purchased, I've never used these threads, the classic Colorworks. I've never used them, and I thought, I could just save this and not do the 4th of July projects, and then do the honeybee one that I bought from Stitching with the Housewives, and go ahead and do that. but I don't want to wait. That's why I bought the threads now. I was going to use the DMC conversion, and I still could, but I bought the threads. So I'm going to go ahead and not do that. I'm not. I didn't want to wait. So I had purchased this at Hobby Lobby, so I don't have to wait. And it's a 14 count Ada, and I'm just going to do the stitching with the Housewives on this. It's blue. I don't know what color they call it, but you've probably seen it there at Hobby Lobby. It's blue Ada. And so, because I wanted it on a dark background, but not black. So while I was at the attic, I had this on 1-2-3 Stitch when I was, I saw it on Teresa's Flosstube, and I wanted it. I like Wilbur too, but I wanted to start with this because look at that little face. Isn't that the cutest face? Anyway, I saw it there, but I don't want to do this for August. You know, she says to stitch it on linen. I mean, that's the suggested fabric, and I've never stitched on linen, so I'm gonna use linen, but I didn't think I could get this done in a month, because I just have too much going on in my life. I'm doubting I'm going to get the other two done in a month. But then I saw this, and isn't it cute? Now that I might be able to get done in a month. And this also has for suggested fabric linen. So I can buy a piece of linen large enough for Tilly, and this. So, and I've done beading, but I haven't done this other stuff, and I haven't used linen. And this calls for DMC threads, except for Krynic braid number 4, which I'll have to get. I should have picked it up while I was there at the attic, but I have until August to get it, so I might have it. That's why I didn't do it. I have a whole bunch of Krynic braids for doing the Snowman. And with those bookmarks, I can't find $38.94, DMC $38.94. It's not on DMC's website. It's not at Joann's, although I'm pretty sure I bought it at Joann's. It's not there anymore. There's not even a slot there for it anymore. And it's not Hobby Lobby. It's not on 1-2-3 Stitch. It's not at the attic. The attic said, well, it's got to be a misprint. My sister bought $38.94. She has it. So did they stop making it? I don't know. So I finally said, okay, I'm just going to choose a color that kind of looks like it, because there's so many greens, so, it's just green. I'm going to stop looking for it. I'm not going to obsess about it. But while I was there looking for it, I found a snowman. And I was going to use him in Jolly July. And if the pattern with the chickens is going well enough, I may still work on him, because it's small, and a lot of the stitching is just the half stitch, so that'll go fast, in the branches and here. And I don't know, but I may get some work done on it during July anyway, because I love snowmen. Obviously, I'm already working on 4 others. Well, now it's 3. And while I was still looking for threads, I went to Michael's. I was still looking for that thread. I said, well, I'll try Michael's. It's the only place I haven't tried. Well, there's other places online I could try, but anyway, I'm not going to anymore. I picked up some more llamas, because can you have enough llamas? I'm not sure. And an owl. Oops. Because I have an owl bag I want to do. I have some fabric for that. And I love toucans. Sometime I'll show you my toucan picture that I made. So this has toucans. It's got a cheetah print, a zebra print. I'm not too fond of the words, but you know. And this is just jungle flowers. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I didn't buy them for any particular reason. They were by the embroidery floss. And then when I was looking at Hobby Lobby for those things, their ribbon was on sale, and I wanted some rickrack. So I went looking for the rickrack and found these ribbons. Are my butterflies upside down? Probably. I don't know. And that's the flower ribbon that I decided not to use. I'm sure I'll find a use for it. I'm not worried about it. And on a Flosstube I was watching, she was commenting on the maker of some needle minders she had. So I went to look on the Etsy site for those. And these are by Sew, S-E-W, Sew Heavenly. And I found these. They're based in England. They had to come from England. And they are just so cute. This one on top is a pile of kittens. And then, of course, you recognize this dude here. You know I like it. And the last thing I bought, isn't it all cross-stitch related? 4th of July nails. Yay. 2 different kinds. They're similar, but different. Now, I haven't changed my nails. I'm not going to change them till I get back from camping, because they're going to get scuffed, and it's not really camping, but they're going to get messed up, and I'm not going to be worrying about my nails while I'm up there. So if the nail polish comes off, it comes off. You know, it's just like regular nail polish, so it chips off and stuff just like regular nail polish does. So I'm not going to put on fresh set and then have it ruined in a day or two. So when I get back, I'm going to put on one of these. I haven't decided which one. I like the sparkly silver ones, but I also like the sparkly white one. The pattern is slightly different. But I'm going to pick one of those, and that'll be on till after Memorial Day sometime. So that is all I have today. And if you like my content, please subscribe, like, tell friends. I don't know. Anyway, I hope to see you again next week, and thank you for listening.